Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Bucky, I use they, he pronouns, and this is going to be a currently inked video. I realize I never talk about this notebook and what it is. I got this notebook in 2023. It is a Hobonichi A6 notebook, and the cover art is by Yuki Hiragi, and I really like it. I've been using it since 2023 for my ink journals, and I film a lot of currently inks, but I realize I never tell you about this. I'm really sorry about the lighting. I turned off my desk lamp because it was creating too harsh of a shadow, but I don't have any natural light at my desk, unfortunately. It's not by the window, and I tried to move around my room a bit, but yeah, the way my room is configured, it's not gonna work. So I hope this is all right. Anyway, let's just get into it. Thank you so much for tuning in. So the first ink I'm going to show today is the one that I'm the most excited about. And that's actually because I should have brought the bottle to the desk. But yesterday I went to an event at Paper Plus Cloth in my city in Toronto. It's based in Parkdale in the West End. But they held a event with the ink manufacturers Tono and Limbs. And they did an event, or you had to reserve an appointment spot, but basically you could make your own ink. And so you just have to show up with a concept, and you meet Tono and you meet Limbs, and they're both such lovely people, and they make the ink for you right there, and you just show them like your image or tell them your concept. I had made a mood board, but yeah, and then they make the ink for you, they swatch it, and they're like, is this good? Can we adjust it in any way? And they do that, and then they give you the option to add shimmer, and I was so brave, and I added shimmer. They give you 2 bottles of ink. One of them you can be regular, will be standard, and the other one will be shimmer. I think you have to, if you want both of them to be shimmer, I think there's like an additional fee, but you can get one shimmer for just like on the house. So I chose a shimmer, and I actually started using a shimmer ink last week, and I had to clean it out, but I did really like it, and so I'm being very brave, and I went with a shimmer. And this is the ink that I created. You can kind of see the shimmer in the feed there. I'm very excited about it. I'm just gonna roll it between my hands to get the shimmer. Sorry about my ring. To get the shimmer. Sorry, I'll do this off camera so I'm not, I guess, nauseating you. But my concept for the ink was golden hour, which is the sort of time right before sunset when the sunshine is like really orange and yellow, which is like my favorite time of day, really. But yeah, this is my ink, and I put it in a pilot, not a pilot, this is a sailor, in a Sailor Compass 1911 standard. So this is the ink that I created, and it's quite similar to another ink that I have inked up this month, but I am so pleased with it. And this has a medium fine nib. So this is the ink that I created with Tono and Limbs, and I've called it Golden Hour just because I'm uninventive. But the ink is a yellow-orange with pink shimmer. I should have brought the bottle to the desk. Maybe I'll see if I can, like, insert an image of it for you or a video because it's so beautiful and I really love it. So Tono and Limbs, custom. I am so pleased with it, and I put it in this pen because it's a demonstrator, and I wanted to be able to see the shimmer kind of in there, and it's so pretty, and I'm so pleased with it. And the best part about this compass is the fact that, like, since I'm still very new with shimmer inks, I'm very nervous about them still. I can dismantle this pen and clean it out thoroughly. And so that's why I was worried about clogging, but I know that Tono and Limbs, they use very, very fine shimmer. So it should be fine, but yeah, like, take a look at that. That's crazy in there. But yeah, it's pink shimmer in the orange and yellow ink, with the orange yellow ink. And I'm so pleased with it. It was such a lovely experience. The two men, Tono and Limbs, the reason they're called Tono and Limbs is because one of them is Tono and one of them is Limbs. And so I met them both, and they're both very kind. And it was just such a lovely experience. And I got to see a bunch of my friends as well. We were all just kind of, I was hanging out with my friend Kristen. Hello, Kristen. And then I saw a bunch of people I knew actually at Paper Plus Cloth, so that was fun. But yeah, that's the, I'll see if I can get the shimmer to show up. Sorry, excuse my chair. I'm not sure how to get the shimmer to show up on camera. I'm hoping that's doing something. But yeah, I'll show you later. And then we'll just, so yeah, let's just keep on going. So the next pen I have is my Pilot Custom 823. This, I'm really sorry about the shadows. Has a very similar ink because I picked this one initially sort of as a color inspiration. But then I started using it in my daily journal, and I was like, well, I may as well use it because I only had a little bit of the sample left, and so I'm using it as my daily journal pen for this month, and then I'm using this one in my 5-year, so they match. Anyways, let's just get into this. I felt kind of silly having two very similar inks in rotation this month, but it's fine. It is what it is. I like them both. I don't know if, I hope you can see the difference there, because this one's quite, like, not quite a bit. This one's a little darker. And this is Diamond Golden Honey. So you can see the difference in the writing, which I appreciate. I do just feel, I always feel silly when I have similar inks inked up, which I say now, but I literally have, like, I have a pink and a purple, but they're not close, but I always feel weird having a pink and a purple inked up, but I got both of those inks recently, and I wanted to test them out, so I just figured I would go for it. But yeah, so these are the two yellow oranges that I have inked up right now. It looks like you can see the difference in the writing on camera. I really hope you can. Yet again, sorry for the shadows, but yeah, I'll give you a closer look when we're done all the writing. Next up, this is my other Sailor 1911 standard, but this one is a gold nib, and it is the pen that I got myself for my graduation. When I graduated university last year, I bought myself this pen. Well, I didn't buy this. I bought this pen this year because my graduation ceremony wasn't until this year, but I graduated last year. It was a whole thing. Anyway, yeah, I have not been. I feel like I should have put one of the yellows in this pen, but I've been doing my best to not match pens and inks because I don't have enough pens anymore that would warrant me matching pen ink and bodies. This ink has really good, beautiful shading, so I wanted to put it in a pen with a broader nib. This is actually a Sailor ink as well. This is Sailor Ink Studio 280. I just picked up a sample of this from another stationery store in Toronto called the Toronto Pen Shop. It's in the Distillery District, and I got this sample because they were doing, for Stationery Store Day, which was August 1st, they were doing a thing where they had all of their inks, like a lot of the new, not new, but like the Ink Studio line, their revamped packaging, and they had all of them out, all the swatches out, and you could swatch them if you wanted to. And I saw this one, and it's an olive green with pink shading, and I was like, well, sign me up. Very, very up my alley. And I was like, they didn't have any bottles left, and I usually try and buy a sample before I buy a bottle anywho. And so I got this sample, and it is stunning. I really like it, and you can see the shading so well in the writing as well. It's so lovely. It's very up my alley. Next, I have another Sailor. I feel a little silly having 3 of them inked up, but one of my favorite pen brands, and this is my favorite pen by them. This is my Pro Gear Slim in the Sakuramochi colorway. And this ink, I should have looked up how to pronounce it beforehand because it is Taro Sago by Lennon Toolbar, and I don't know if I don't know if Sago is the correct pronunciation. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I got this ink recently as well. These are all very recent inks other than Golden Honey and one of the other ones. But this is such a good color. I think it's like almost a lavender color. I really like it. I got it at a pop-up that, a stationery shop that, so there's a stationery shop that's based in Toronto, but they also are sort of based in Ottawa. They have they're called Banana Hands, and they were doing pop-ups every weekend in July, and I was able to make it to one of them, and I got this ink, and I really like it because they're one of the only, sorry, I can't think and write. They're one of the only retailers in Canada that sells Lennon Toolbar ink, and so when I went to their event and they had all of these inks that I can swap, my friends and I, we were allowed to swatch all of these different inks. They actually encouraged us to. I saw this one and I was like, okay, I kind of want that one. And then I got it. Do I need any more inks? Absolutely not. And I just got like 3 more inks yesterday. But yeah, I think this is a really stunning color. It's a little more purple than the finials on this pen, but I think it's just so beautiful. And I associate this color palette isn't necessarily summer, but I associate August with green and purple. Green because of all the foliage, but purple because my childhood best friend, her favorite color is purple, and her birthday is in August, and so I wanted to go along with that. I have one more new. That's a lie. All of these inks are semi-new to me, which is why I inked them all up, other than Golden Honey, because I was so excited about just inking up so many pens. That's actually why I have more pens than I usually have inked. I have 6, which is a lot for me. Wait, is it 6? Yeah, no, it's 6. That's a lot of pens for me personally, because I try not to ink up too many, because I never get around to using them all, and then I feel bad. But yeah, I have 2 more no, 2? Yes, 2 more pens to show you. Oh geez, I don't know if the past clip was in focus or not. I really hope it was. Anywho, this is my TWSBI in the Bahama Yellow. I got a new nib for this because I broke the old nib. TLDR, I dropped it. I tried to straighten out the nib and it snapped. So I contacted the TWSBI customer support, and they sent me a new nib, and it was like for the whole nib and the shipping, it was 15 US, which is incredible. Their customer service is amazing. When I first emailed them, I didn't hear back from them, but I think it's because I used the contact form on their website, and I think that might be broken, or I messed it up. I must have messed it up somehow, and so they never responded to me. So I was encouraged by some of you lovely people to send them an email, and I did, and they got back to me within an hour. That's amazing. Anyway, I got this pen, and it's really lovely because this is the Bahama Yellow. It's one of the new colorways. I love it. I love yellow. Yellow is my favorite color, as you can tell. And so, yeah, let's just get to it. This is a new ink that I got yesterday at the Tono and Limbs event, because this is a new collaboration with Paper Plus Cloth. So I'll just write the TWSBI first. This is the only one I'm writing the colorway for, and it's because I have 2 TWSBIs inked up. This is Tono and Limbs and Paper Plus Cloth. Reminiscence. And the art on this bottle is so cute. It was done by one of their staff members, and it's a little bunny having a nap in like a field. It's so beautiful. And this ink behaves differently on different papers. Like here, it's a very like a pink, but when I saw their swatch on a different Tomoe River paper, because this is the original Tomoe River paper. I think theirs was on Sanzan Tomoe River paper, but that one, it had like beige shading. It was incredible. I really like this shade of pink where it's kind of like a dusty rose. And I'm glad that you can see the difference between the purple and the pink here, because that's what I was concerned about. But I really like it, and this extra fine nib is really, really smooth, which is incredible as well. I never thought I would be an extra fine person, but I really like this one in my TWSBI because it's a Western extra fine. I know that a Japanese or an Asian extra fine would be way too fine for me personally. But now that I've been delving into fine nibs, I'm having a great time with this so far, and it's just so nice, and I really like the color, and I think the pink and this sort of mustard yellow go pretty well together. Okay, the last one is another TWSBI, and that one has a fine nib that actually writes more on the broad side, or on the closer to medium, not a broad. But yeah, let's just get to that one, and then we'll be done. So this is my Rootbeer TWSBI. I love this colorway. It's so beautiful. I had been considering getting the Smoke Rose Gold one for a while, but now I feel like I don't need it because I have this one with the bronze trim. I just think it's so beautiful, and I really like their translucent pens. I didn't have one until right now, and it's so lovely. This is my brown, because I always have a brown ink, because I think I don't really like using black ink in my fountain pens. I use black ink in my planner with just a Uniball 1P, but I prefer to, when I'm using fountain pens, I prefer to not use black. Anywho, let's get into it. This ink smells so good, which makes me sound a little crazy, but this is a scented ink, and it's like purposely scented, but it behaves so well, because this is a KWZ ink. I'm Canadian. I don't know if it's Z or Z. I believe that, I don't know where KWZ is from. If they're from America, it's a Z for sure. But I've been saying KWZ for the longest time, but I never hear anyone else say that. And so I don't know. Anywho, their inks are known for being slightly scented, because I believe the antifungal agent they use has a vanilla scent. And I find that to be lovely. I know some people are not a fan of it, which is totally fair. But I like it. But this ink I got from Tess. Hello, Tess. This is KWZ Smells Like Coffee, and it smells exactly like a mocha. It's so nice. I have found myself just kind of sniffing the pen, which makes me look a little unhinged, but it is what it is. I've been using this pen in my travel journal, because I'm still catching up on my travel journal. I was away for not a lot, like, I think it was 2.5 weeks in September, October last year, and I'm still not caught up. I have all the images and all the ephemera in, but I haven't done all the writing, because every time I would think about it, I would get overstimulated and overwhelmed. I did finish my California pages, which was from June this year. Those are all done now, which is good. I'd like to show at some point, but I'm also like, I don't want everyone knowing where my partner lives. My partner lives in California, by the way. I live in Toronto. But yeah, so these are all the inks that I have inked up for the month of August so far. I will say that, because I tend to mix things up as I go. I've been debating doing sort of a progress report that, like, other people do with their currently inks. I know that, or Mandy from Bookish Artist Mandy does them. I know that she does them, and I know that Karina Loves to Plan does them. I I think a whole bunch of other people do them as well. I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head, but I've been debating doing that. These are all the inks that I have. I'll do a bit of a close-up so you can see them better. Or I'll bring it closer. Let's just do that now. I'll put my pens away in my case. Okay. So these are, I'll zoom out a little bit. These are the inks that I have for the month of August so far. I really hope you can see the shimmer on the golden hour because it's so lovely. I don't know how to make you see the shimmer. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so these are the inks that I have inked up. I really like them so far, and I say so far, it's literally August 4th right now. I inked most of these up on the 1st, but then a few of them I inked up here and there, like this one yesterday, this one today, whatever. Really quick, I just turned the desk lamp on so you can see the shimmer. I believe that it'll look okay if I go like this. At least in the swatch. I hope that helps. Yeah. Let's get back to the video. Anywho, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. Anyone who clicks on my videos, I am always so honored because I know, like, you have a finite amount of time in your life to watch YouTube videos. So taking the time to spend it with me, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you would like, please leave a comment telling me what inks you have inked up this month or what your favorite from last month was. Yeah, I'm not sure what other videos I'll get up to this month. I'm quite busy, unfortunately. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.